Morning, everybody. Patrick Barry here. I was thinking about the fact that I've started to play shows again, which is great. But not everybody who follows me lives here in North Carolina. So I thought maybe I would start just recording some songs every once in a while. Trying to do maybe once a week, wherever I am. So now I'm in my basement. This is where I kind of practice. It's got Clint as an inspiration / intimidation to keep me practicing. I guess like open toilet. When we bought this place, we did a lot of work to it, but there was like just a toilet in the basement with no door or walls. So it adds to the aesthetic. Anyway, I'm about to head up to the cabin to do some more work on it, but I thought maybe I would try and play a song. This one I wrote many years ago. This is the first song I put out as a solo artist, and I wrote it. I was always very close to my grandparents, and my mom's dad, we called him Da. I never knew why, but I guess it was because my mom would call him Dad, and my older brother Ben wanted to call him the same thing, but he couldn't say it yet, so he called him Da, so we called him Da. And as he got older and got kind of health deteriorated, I was just thinking about ways that I could remember him and maybe do a song about him. And there were a few like really cool things about him. He had a couple of careers as an engineer, and then he was a aerial photographer later in life. And then he always was very, very positive. So whenever I would call him, regardless of what kind of day he was having, he'd always say he's wonderful. And I know that sometimes maybe he wasn't, but he still kind of had that positive attitude and didn't want to bring me down, and or anyone for that matter. And then, you know, whenever they were going through tough times, he always liked to say, "We shall overcome." And I always thought that was a very hopeful way to look at the problems that are ahead. That, you know, as tough as they are, we will overcome them. So anyway, that is the song. I put it out like three or 4 years ago, and literally never played it live. I wasn't playing live at the time, and I was able to write it and then put it out on so he passed away in August, and I released it that December on what would have been their anniversary. So this is a song about him, his life, and the love story he has with his wife, my grandma, who I call Nanny. When I wrote it, I could just picture, it just brought a smile to my face. As much as I would love for him to experience it, being on stage and having a bunch of people sing his name and kind of understand what he stood for, even if they never met him or knew him. So anyway, this is a song called Ray Axelson.
Ray Axelson, King Jake Hackman with a Rhode Island accent. Fingers hardened by knots and kayak oars, used to trace lines and outstretched maps on the hoods of construction site F-154s. A God-fearing man, his chains would fall when he did handstands to make the kids scurry for treasure, spinning quarters and dimes on the hardwood floors, crashing into the edges of the rugs and the baseboards. No matter what goes wrong, he says we shall overcome. Everything is wonderful, Mr. Wonderful. Everything is wonderful when you're around. Ray Axelson, his second act of pursuit of passion, fingers stained by chemicals revealing images of a bird's eye view. Used to trace lines and outstretched maps on the fuselage of a Cessna 172. A loving man, he took flight with his wife to great heights, past 10 in China, pearl and ruby, gold and diamond, holding hands till the end. just like they did as kids in the summer of '46. No matter what goes wrong, he says we shall overcome. Everything is wonderful, Mr. Wonderful. Everything is wonderful when you're around. Everything is wonderful, Mr. Wonderful. Everything is wonderful when you're around. Of all the things I learned from you, positivity rings true. Give it to the world no matter what you're going through. When they ask me, I'll say I'm wonderful, yeah. Oh. Everything is wonderful, Mr. Wonderful. Everything is wonderful when you're around. Everything is wonderful, Mr. Wonderful. Everything is wonderful when you're around. Ray Axelson, think Gene Hackman with a Rhode Island accent.
Thanks, everybody. I will be back. I got a few more shows booked. Thank you for following along. You can find that song on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, wherever you can listen to music. There's actually a really cool lyric video that's stop motion that my stepdaughter did that's worth checking out. So you can find that on YouTube. And I hope you have a great day. Talk to you soon.